Good morning. It's about 8:30 on Wednesday morning. I woke up early. I woke up around 6. I went to sleep. It was probably close to 1. And I woke up a little after like 6, 6:15, something like that. So I didn't sleep a lot. Um, the hotel is quite noisy. When everyone moves, you can hear it. If someone gets up in the middle of the night and walks above me, which someone was in the room above me, I can hear it. But it's a 100 and something year old building. I don't care. I'm happy to be here. I had breakfast here, which was a full Scottish breakfast, which was good. And I'm now going to go out. I packed my little bag. I'm going to go walk around town. I'm going to go sightsee a little bit. There's a lighthouse nearby, Skirtiness, which is why I think I was confusing the names. So I'm going to walk that way. It's probably about a mile and a half walk. Nothing for us now, especially with the light pack. But I'm going to go sightsee a little bit. There's a couple of statues around the area that I'm going to go see at, take some pictures. I probably will go shopping again. The headphones that I bought in the last town, Bankery, have pretty much failed already. It's at the tip here. If I move it around, I can hear the sound, but it's really useless. So I'm going to see if I can get another pair for at least the trip home. Although I may just forego that. I'll see. I'm going to go to Challenge Control, like I said. I want to find out about the dinner tonight or tomorrow, depending on which way I'm going to go. They made it sound like they wanted me to go tonight because there's more people going on Thursday than Wednesday, and they wanted to try and even it out, and they were actually short of seats because more people wanted to go on Thursday than Wednesday. Doesn't make a difference to me. I'll go to either one. And I also am going to give my gas and my lighter because I can't take them on the plane back with me to the States. I'll just give them to someone here. No sense in throwing them away. Let them be recycled and used for someone that can use it and take it home and at least have it. Other than that, I packed up a lot of my stuff. I put my tent away. It's dry now. I put my sleeping bag away, my jacket, everything. A lot of stuff is already pre-packed. I'm just leaving some stuff out that I'll need the next day or two. I have a couple of items that I hand washed and they're drying. They're almost nearly dry. So I'll pack those away as well. The last items I have, the other two items I have, which are some smelly clothes, which I don't know if I'll wash. I may try washing them later just to get them clean. Or maybe I'll wash them now and let them dry all day. But other than that, I'm not going to bother going to the laundromat for 2 or 3 items. Even if I threw in like 4 or 5 things, it just seems like a waste to go do laundry for that much. So I'm about to get out and about. I'll take some pictures throughout the day of the sights I see. And depending on what's going on, I'll either be going to dinner tonight at the challenge, or I'll come back here and find a place to eat tonight, which I have a place in mind. So either way, basically uneventful, no pressure day at this time. So let me get out and get about and do what I'm doing. Okay, I just left Challenge Control. I spoke with them. I'm going to probably attend the dinner tonight. I got to come back. I get a ticket. It's at 7:30. So, and I'm walking through the parks here looking at stuff. I guess this is Jameson Park. I'll find out why I want to get to the statue. Luckily, I ran into Gordon, who was actually trying to find me to say goodbye, and they were about to send me an email. And Gordon just happened to be in the lobby as I walked in. So we got to say goodbye, which was great. He's probably the one I spoke with the most during the trip. We didn't walk together, really. We just camped together like 2 or 3 nights. So it was nice to see him, and he's leaving town to head home. So got to wish him well. And hopefully he has safe travels home. Well, I'm glad I didn't come to the laundrette, because that's it right there. It's basically a couple of machines on the side of the road. Not much of a laundromat like I'm used to. Well, it's 12:15. I just came back to my room. I stopped off and got another pair of headphones, hopefully to replace the one that I just purchased but didn't work. I also walked about 9 miles, 9.25 miles. Walked to a couple of statues all along the shoreline. Went across the harbor area to the lighthouse, where I actually saw a cairn or a monument that was placed by the TGO, because they end up here. This is Control every year, and I think it was for the 25th or the 40th anniversary or whatever. I have to look back at it now. I don't remember. But while I was walking, I saw a gentleman with a backpack on walking toward the lighthouse, and I actually asked him if he was on the challenge, and his name was Mike, and he in fact was on the challenge and finishing up his hike. This was his 6th challenge that he's completing at the lighthouse. So I walked with him all the way to the lighthouse, and I then walked back. He took a stop there. He went down to the water. He was also going to eat a sandwich that he had purchased for lunch. So we split up at that point. Sorry. Speaking of lunch, I stopped off. There's a bakery around the corner, and I've seen it for the last day and a half that I've been here, and I've been wanting to try it because it looks pretty fascinating. So I stopped and I got 2 little rolls. One of them is a bacon and cheese roll. That looks pretty good. And the other one is a minced pie. I'm going to try that too. So probably not the healthiest stuff for you, but it probably tastes really good. So I'm going to try these now. I'm going to eat that, and then I'm going to walk to Challenge Control, and I'm going to get my tickets for the dinner tonight. So this will be the last thing I eat for the next 7 hours or so. I wanted to try some local food, so that gives me an opportunity to do that. So I'll try out my headphones in a minute. Hopefully they're working fine. I'd like them to at least last the rest of the trip. Would be nice. There is Emma, Karen, and the gentleman that I met at the Bothy. When I stopped, and he gave me a tour. So, well, how weird I keep running. I commented, I seem to only run into the same people. Anyway, like I said, that was Emma and Karen, who I ran into pretty much right away, and then the gentleman that I met at the Bothy when I was going through Glenfeshie, and haven't seen him since. But here he is walking down the street in Montrose. Very strange. So I'm going to walk into Challenge Control now to get my tickets for the dinner tonight, and then I guess I'll be back at for dinner time at 7 to 7:30. So I will be going to the dinner tonight. I guess you have to pay for that extra. It was 24 pounds, so roughly about $27, 27, 28, something like that. Like I said, I saw Karen and Emma. They're not attending. They're actually traveling right back to the train station to head home. And I saw that other gentleman, and I do not know his name. He may have given it to me when I met him in the Bothy. I think he's going to be there. He says, "Don't get so excited about dinner. I saw the menu." So I don't know what that means. I didn't even ask. I'm just going to go for the experience. It's my first crossing, so I'm happy to do that. So anyway, I'm going to head back to the room now and pretty much just lounge about until about 7 o'clock, and then I'll come down to the hotel, and I'll be wearing my TGO shirt for the first time then. Well, it's 10 o'clock. I just got back from the TGO Challenge dinner. It was interesting. The food was good, actually. Not enough for me, but I'm used to big portions. But it was very good. It was lamb. Started off with tomato soup. There was a lamb with potatoes and veggies, which was good. And then a little tart dessert with some pudding or whatever. I do have the menu somewhere. It was nice. I saw a couple of people that I have not seen since either early on, like day 2 or 3. A couple of people I saw at Fort Augustus, some people I met along the way, and it was just nice to just hear everyone else's experience and different routes that they took. I sat next to 2 or 3 people that I had no clue who they were. I introduced myself and we just started talking about, one of them was very, very knowledgeable. He's been very, very actively hiking. This is like his sixth, I think it's his sixth challenge he said he's done. The other people around me this was all their first as well. And I did see the other American that I met along the trail, Katie. She did finish this time. This was her second attempt. She tried last year and didn't finish. She was sick and she wasn't feeling good and she went home, but she finished this year. We had a very similar route, actually. It was almost not identical, but very, very similar in a lot of ways, especially toward the end. We both did the D-side way. Toward the end, she was a day behind me, though. And she stayed at one of the parks, and they had mentioned that 2 TGO challengers had stayed there the day before, and that was myself and Gordon that were there the day before in Aboyne. Other than that, saw a couple of other people that I crossed paths with, but it was a fun time. It was nice. About what I expected, to be honest. So it was good. I did pitch a suggestion I have to the coordinators about doing one of the ideas that I was walking. I said it would be really nice if we had almost like what they do on the AT, is do a bag tag for your backpack of the logo, and everyone has a number anyway. They could put the number on it, maybe put a little white spot for the number, but at least you'd have a memento as well of your challenge, and you'd also be able to identify who is a challenger or not. Because there were a couple of people that I saw with backpacks early on, like in the Highlands and stuff, and I would ask them if they were doing the challenge, and they knew nothing about the challenge, or they had nothing to do with it. This would immediately identify you as a challenger for the TGO. So just I'm going to put it in an email to her. She suggested that because she said I might not remember, but they liked the idea. So I'm going to email them with that when I return to the States. I could do it today, but I'll probably do it when I get back. I don't think it'll matter if I just wait a couple of days. Other than that, I told them my little story about Balmoral, and you're not allowed to go there. And even though the king is not there, and there is a trail, and the gate was open, but I was intercepted. So other than that, had a good time. So it lasted about 2.5 hours. There were a couple of speeches, a little bit about the TGO, and some people that were recognized for their efforts in doing either several crossings, or someone that had tried and got hurt before, but stuff like that. Other than that, not many speeches really. Just thanking us for coming out and doing it, because as the challengers, obviously, if you didn't have challengers, you wouldn't have a TGO. So that's it. So that's going to be it for today. I'm going to take it easy. I thought about going to get some snacks or whatever. I do have a bag of chips here, though, which I'm going to eat. I might take my bandage off. My toe with the blister is hurting a lot today. I did walk about 11-12 miles probably on it. So I might want to take a look at it and let it air out for a little bit overnight, which it hasn't done in quite some time. But other than that, my feet are feeling good. I'm in good spirits. I think I'm well rested. I took two showers today. I probably won't take another one, but I'll probably take one tomorrow because I can. My feet and toes and everything are finally becoming clean. I've gotten all the dirt off of them. And other than that, still having a great time. Just happy to be here. This has been a great experience. Good morning. It's a little bit before 9. I'm walking the streets of Montrose. I'm walking to the train station. I'm going to purchase my ticket for tomorrow today because I really have nothing to do. Although my foot is actually bothering me a lot. It feels worse than when I was hiking, actually. Probably because it's healing. I did tape it today. I was going to leave it alone. I may put an extra piece of tape on it just to cushion it. I think it's the top of the shoe is rubbing on that toe and causing a problem. Anyway, had breakfast at the hotel, which was interesting. I met a lot of other challengers there. We were just talking about hiking, our experiences, and what's next. Different hikes, or what our plans were, traveling home, things like that. So I made it to the road where the train station is. I see the Aldi's, so I know the train station is right across the street from it. I've been learning my way around a little bit, walking around. I don't think I'm going to do much walking else today. I'll probably head back to the hotel, and I think I'm just going to try and rest up. The big thing for me will be going out to get food. It's my last day here. Got 2 more meals, so figure lunch and dinner. I don't know what it'll be. I have a cravings for all these different foods, so which I normally don't always want, but I seem to want today. Definitely want a burger, and I have a craving for chicken. So I'm just leaving the Montrose rail station. I just purchased my ticket for tomorrow's train, 6:35. So I do have to get up and out early. Figure I can get up at 5:30 even, and still make it. I'm gonna go take a look at the Aldi, walk around. A lot of challengers on the train. Met several people again coming here. Everybody's starting to head home that is finished early and already went to the dinner last night. Today's the last day for people to arrive, and the last dinner is tonight. So there'll be another influx of challengers, but probably not as many as over the last couple of days. There's so many items that you could buy here, but obviously I can't keep anything. I can't carry it, and no fridge in the room. So I'm going to walk back to the hotel, but I probably am going to make a stop and get another birdie, I believe it's called. It's basically the little handheld sandwiches. Going to get it with minced meat, which is basically ground beef and onion, which is really good. And here's a statue for Sir Robert Peel. Anyone that knows me will know the connection. Well, I'm obviously back in my hotel room. It's 9:45 now. For someone that wasn't going to walk around a lot, I walked around. I went by the old church, saw the Robert Peel statue, which I wanted to see. Saw the old cemetery down there by the thing, which is amazing. There's people that have been buried there for over 200 years. Just a lot of history. Unfortunately, it's not well maintained and appears to be almost neglected. It could really use with the spruce up and some landscaping. If I lived here, I'd volunteer to do that, to just clean it up and make it look nice. It's sad because most of these people are gone, and probably their families are gone as well, or moved away from the area. So I don't think there's anyone caretaking for it. And I know, like most places today, they're stretched thin with resources, and that's probably not a priority. But history is important. And it's interesting. I like the old tombstones because it lists a little bit about the person. Usually tells you how old they were, but sometimes their profession and what they did, which is always interesting. You're looking at a person, and now you know a little bit about just from thing. They were a sailor, or a merchant, or the butcher, or the accountant, or something like that. So anyway, enough rambling on about that. I'll probably edit that out. Anyway, I'm back in my room. It's 9:45. I did not get my mince pie because I went to the same bakery I went yesterday, and they had none left. So I don't know if they're making more and they'll be available later, or they just made them and today sold out. At the train station, it was like TGO Challenger Central. There's all the challengers are going there. I saw a lot more going there. I met another gentleman that's staying here, that went from Utah. I met him and I actually spoke to him. His name is Chris. He was asking about the water and stuff in the hotel because it's very hard to get hot water at times. I said you have to let it run for a while, and he's on the 3rd floor and I'm on the 2nd, so it takes even longer for it to get up there. I said I just let it run for several minutes, and luckily I have a bathtub in my bathroom. He does not. It only has a shower, and he says it's really bad. I said the shower was to me unusable. It trickled out very, very slow, but the tub filled up and I was able to take a bath. So he was quite jealous of that, and he's staying another night, but he's got friends coming in that are coming here and then going to Edinburgh. And we're all worried about the train because we heard some of the trains do fill up and they sell out once they have enough tickets. So I went and bought my ticket tomorrow, so I have a seat on the early train, which I don't think will sell out, but it's good at any time. But I'm going to try and make the 6:35 train, so I'll get up early tomorrow and get there at 6:35. That'll put me in Edinburgh about 8:30 or 8:50, something like that. It's like a 2-hour train ride. and that'll give me plenty of time to walk around town, visit sites, take pictures. So I'm going to try and rest up because my foot is actually hurting a lot. It's a little better now that I walked. When I first started, it was really sore, but it feels better. My chest is, I should say my chest right here is really what hurts, is a little better. It's still quite tender. If I cough or something, I feel it, but yeah, I'm not, notice when I get up now, I don't like favor the other side, I don't baby it as much. So it's definitely feels better. I have not taken any meds since yesterday. So perhaps I will take some just to use them up. I have a couple more Tylenols. Maybe I'll take some today, let it heal today and tomorrow, and then I'll be done with them. I won't end up bringing them back with me. So that'll lighten up my pack a little bit, right? Like what? A couple of grams. Other than that, not much going on. It's going to be a down day. I'm just going to wait really past time until basically lunchtime. And I'm going to go out and probably grab a burger for lunch. There's a place I want to try over here. It's Australian style. That's what they're advertising. That's the motif of the restaurant. So I'll probably try that. They're open for lunch, and then they close, and then they open again for dinner. So I'll probably try them for lunch, and then I'll see about dinner and what I do for that. I'm not sure about that. And then maybe try to get an early night, semi-early night, if I can get to bed about 9, 10. And I'm sure I'll wake up early, try and get up about 5:30 or so, and walk down to the train station, which is like a 15-minute walk. So that'll give me plenty of time. Everything will be packed and ready to go before that. I'm really halfway packed right now. I just have a couple of items that I'm going to probably carry in a handbag, or I'll put on top so they don't get damaged. And that's what I'm looking at right now. So that's it. Not much going on today. It'll be a pretty much mellow day. I'm just going to take my sneakers off now and let my feet air out. And I'm just going to put them up and rest. Oh, another thing is that it's gotten cooler here. It's about 5 or 8 degrees, maybe even 10 degrees cooler. It was down in the 40s here last night, low 40s, about 44, 45. And the high today is only going to be 55. So it's a little chilly outside, but with the sun out, it's perfect. I mean, it would be great weather to be outside. I wish I could be like this all year long in some ways, where you could, walk outside, do work outside, and you're not like sweating. But obviously, if you're in a shaded area or a breezy area, it's a little on the cool side. So hence my little sweater here. I'm wearing my jacket, and most people are wearing jackets out there. So, but other than that, should be a great day. Well, it's 1 o'clock. I just came back from lunch. Went to a place nearby. Has like burgers and everything, which was very good. Actually, the best burger I've had since I've been here. Although the fries were shoestring fries, so I was hoping for the chip fries. I love steak fries, so I like that. I did stop by the bakery on the way back, and got rid of a lot of my change by buying a minced variety, which is like a sandwich. They didn't have them earlier when I went back, but they had a whole bunch of them. So unfortunately, I'm going to eat more. And originally I asked for a minced pie, and I got one of those as well. So I'm going to overeat. That means dinner will be late today. Or I'll overeat. So I have a minced pie, because I didn't know how to order, and I was polite enough not to say, no, that's not what I want. Or just shy enough not to say that. But then I asked about the other one next to it, and that's a variety. And so that's what I had yesterday. It's basically just ground beef with onion, and it's very flavorful, very good. And that's it. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to pass time. Like I said, I'm almost packed up. I'll probably just early night. After this, I may go for dinner still. If I'm smart, I'll pass on the dinner and just eat this and stay in, and basically head out tomorrow morning. Catch the early morning train, 6:35 to Edinburgh.